Hello, welcome to the Speed Force, and welcome to our Sunday edition of Next Issue Podcast, where we mainly talk about all the stuff we've been talking about for the week, which is a lot of talking. I mean, reading and watching and all that. Uh, but before we get started, in case you missed it, yesterday we had our full-on Naked Gun live show. No one was naked though. Just if that's a deterrent.
Just the
Uh,
guns.
yeah, just the guns. So yeah, go check it out. Our comedy's back in theater. We believe that may be the case. We are
Yeah,
allowed to legally laugh again without police squad coming after us.
it depends on
Uh,
what the aliens that are going to invade say later. So
that's true.
that they
Although
may or may pull it away from us.
I read a story once or heard, I don't know where it was, but it was about these aliens that were observing people on Earth, and they thought that cars were the actual species that was running around,
I
and they were
mean, it makes
wondering
sense.
why they would like have stuff come out of them every once in a while. Yeah, I don't remember the story uh, or the whole of it, but it was an interesting perspective in observing stuff. So, all right, well, we got a good show today. We do have a couple of quick hits. And I'm gonna let you take the lead on the first one because I had not seen anything about this until I checked the document. So what's going on?
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. So there's some. So New York Comic Con's like next week, I think. Right? Is that soon?
Yes, yes.
So rumors are starting to float around as to what's going to get announced. What are the big news stories that are going to break out of New York Comic Con? And Bleeding Cool News, always known for their truthful reporting and getting things 100% right, has leaked a little potential story that Brian Michael Bendis might be coming back to Marvel. He's kind of been floating around the indie world a little bit, been doing stuff for Dark Horse, I guess. He left. He was one of the big time uh, creative forces in Marvel in the mid 2000s, helping out with the Ultimate Universe, launching Ultimate Spider-Man, the first iteration of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yep.
He had a long storied run on Avengers, a slightly less storied but equally long run on X-Men, and of course his Ultimate Spider-Man ran forever, over 100 issues. He left Marvel to go to DC to take on Superman, where it did not turn out as I think he had hoped, nor DC,
Nor the
and then
readers.
nor the readers. Yeah, it did not work out for anybody, honestly. And then he kind of vanished. I think he's doing some stuff at
He,
Dark
he
Horse.
yeah, he just went back to do like his own creator stuff. Like he's had a lot of anniversary for like Powers and there was another big title of his that just had a big anniversary. So like yeah, he's been doing his own creator stuff, which is cool.
I think he's got into teaching a little bit. He's been teaching. I think I read that he was teaching a little bit, and then he was just kind of maybe working. Yeah, just generally working on his own stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, but the rumor that Bleeding Cool leaked was that he would maybe be returning to Marvel, which is a pretty big get. How do we feel about that? And two, what would you like to see if this is true? What would you like to see him take on? Because he's done just about everything at Marvel. I mean, like all
I
the big
yeah.
stuff, pretty much.
I mean, I sometimes I do. I don't know. This is maybe mean. I don't know. Like I feel like throwing a creator that's worked in for a long time, like just back in the mix for no reason, feels like a bad idea. Hence, like the end of, and this is all just me being salty from the end of the Krakoan age.
Yeah, yeah,
Still,
yeah.
which expect a video out about the X-Men soon on the channel.
I got
Um,
things to say.
oh, I got things to say, especially there's a with that Age of Revelation thing coming out this week. But I don't know, like I mean, I'm not excited about it, but I'm also not like, whatever. I think it would be cool, I think, for him to revisit some of the stuff that he had done. Like I think some of
Mhm.
his stuff on X-Men was pretty interesting. Like obviously House of M is one of my favorite things. So if he has something in that vein, or maybe take a lesser known character and maybe try to hype them up or reinvent them in a way. I just don't want him to kind of mess up the main. I think they're doing some interesting stuff, like Ryan North and Jed McKay, who are kind of have the reins
Mhm.
of a lot of the titles, except for the X Men office. I don't know who's got the reins over there, really.
I
Feels
don't
like a
know. I
very
feel like it is Jed McKay though. Like he's running his X Men, and I think he's
yeah, but I feel like his X Men is like that. But that's it, though. It's not like Bendis was writing a couple of X Men books himself. So I feel like it all kind of stemmed from there. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I, I'll let you talk about how you feel, and then we can discuss a few other things here.
sure. I am with you. I don't want to harsh anybody's mellow. I'm not looking to get. I really enjoyed Brian Bendis like in the mid 2000s.
Mhm.
I feel like in my opinion, he overextended himself at Marvel, especially towards the end. I felt like he was burnt out. Like you could see towards the end of his Ultimate Spider-Man run, there'd be issues that had very little dialogue. Like very little would happen, and it felt like he was just trying to play, like he was just making sure all the plates kept spinning, instead
Yeah,
of like actually, So I felt like it was time for him to kind of wind down and then move over to DC. I thought the move over to DC would re-energize him. That did not quite happen. For me personally, I feel like Marvel right now is kind of spinning their wheels. It could be that DC has so much going on. I really enjoy everything coming out of the Absolute. The Absolute
yeah,
stuff is obviously leaning into KO, and they feel like they can do. I don't want to say they can do no wrong, but it feels like for the most part they've just been like, like knocking it out of the park every single go. Every
yeah,
single comic is at least a base hit kind of thing. Whereas Marvel, I just like they're kind of current day Marvel kind of reminds me of like mid 70s Marvel. They're doing a lot of tie-ins. There's a lot of like aliens versus people, Predator versus people. There's not a lot of like
which I don't mind. I like the stuff that's kind of standalone, but yeah, I see what you're saying for sure.
yeah,
Like
there's not a lot of yeah. It doesn't
it's not a
feel
lot
like
of
there's a
cohesive stuff. It's just a lot of kind of
yeah.
cool pieces on their own.
Yeah. Which works in some cases. I think it definitely works in some cases, and it makes for interesting like. But it also I feel like everybody's like, oh, have you read the Moon Knight or whatever? And like I'm just not a Moon Knight guy, so I'm like I don't know like some of the good stuff that's coming out of Marvel. I'm just not touching it because
Yeah,
I'm just never been in that position.
right.
Also, Marvel is tending to like look backwards. Like Age of Apocalypse stuff is happening. They're like I feel like they're like look at all the stuff that we used to do and we're bringing it back. They've done all these like stories that are like time pieces that are like we're going back and telling this one story that took place between this is a
Yeah,
storm
yeah,
story that
yeah,
took place between this time and this time, which is fine exploring all that stuff. But I feel like looking backwards does not work for me personally as a fan. And I feel like Brian Bendis is looking backward, unless they give him
yeah,
somebody completely new that I'm like out of left field that I'm not thinking about, or he
mm,
takes on somebody completely new out of left field. I don't know where you slot him in exactly. Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
Did you have, and I can go first, but to give you some time to check on stuff, did you have anything that was kind of your favorite stuff that he did over at DC while he was there? And I'll start with this because he worked on a lot of things: Superman, Naomi, that Event Leviathan stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
the thing that kind of grabbed me by surprise and was really cool was the Batman Universe comic for Walmart
Yeah,
that he did
that's probably
with
the
Nick
best thing.
Darrington. That
Yeah,
was just really fun. Like I don't know why the Superman stuff was not like that. Like that was just kind of like a detective story and had Batman run around trying to like, chase down this Fabergé egg and then it turned into a larger mystery. Like that was just a really fun comic book to read.
yeah,
Um
and because it's so separate, like I forget about that
yeah.
one because it was a what was the Walmart exclusive.
Well,
But I think
yeah, I
that
was
might have been the
looking.
best thing that he wrote.
I think I like his Naomi stuff as well. I thought that was but that also was very isolated. Like, and it inspired that one got made into a TV show very quickly just because it was so popular, which I think is very cool. But yeah, his Justice League stuff or his Legion of Superhero stuff, like there was just too many characters. There was too much going on. Superman felt weird because they had taken John away, and we're like, well, we like John.
Yeah,
I
and
like John.
they aged him up.
So
He also did he do the Young Justice, I think, for a bit.
yeah, he did.
Because he
Yeah,
incorporated Naomi into that.
which
I
that was
think a lot of
cool.
his stuff was like it was all right, I think you're
Yeah,
right. Batman was probably his best thing.
which is wild.
I
'Cause Walmart comic just coming
yeah.
through. Both
Uh,
of the Walmart comics were pretty good. The Tom King and the Batman universe, like
I'm
Up in
surprised
the
they stopped at
Sky.
just those two. They didn't do
Yeah, they
anything
did,
else.
which is wild. But you know, all right, cool. Well, we'll stay tuned. We'll find out. Maybe we'll be talking about this on next Sunday show. Maybe there's an announcement where we can follow up.
So
Be-
at Marvel, he's done Avengers, X-Men,
right,
Guardians. He had a Moon Knight run,
Iron Man,
Ultimate
Ironheart.
Spider-Man, Iron Man, Ironheart,
He touched everything, really. I think for the
Daredevil,
most part. He had a
and
Moon Knight run,
yeah.
which Clay
Uh,
doesn't like much.
I don't know if a lot of people like it. Uh, yeah, so I feel like he's down to like Night Thrasher and Speedball. Like that's who he can take on.
Ooh, Michael Bendis Speedball. Um, there might be something there.
I like
But
that you're
yeah,
drinking whiskey this early in the morning
it's
too.
not. It's apple juice.
Okay,
I wish. No, actually, I don't wish. That'd be weird.
it would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
weird. It's a little
A
the
little
hair
hair
of
of
the
the
dog.
dog. Little hair of the dog. Yeah. Keep the party going, right?
That's
Um.
right.
So yeah, let us know in the comments what do you think of this. Like, we'll follow up next week, probably with some of the New York City Comic Con announcements. That might be the big part of our show, because, and this is just a little programming update because I forgot. Next week is also our local convention.
Ah,
So we'll probably there might not be a Saturday show just because I'll be there. I mean, Jeff might be there. Um. So we'll see about that.
looking for
Stay
comics.
tuned. So then we might just have a little bit of a bigger show on Sunday to talk about New York Comic Con and all that stuff. So stay tuned. Um, I had a little bit of this isn't really news because I couldn't find it anywhere like um actual news source. So maybe it's more of a fan casting fun idea. We were talking about last week. I asked Clay that which Charleston characters we would like to see, because James Gunn has confirmed that there will be more
Hmm.
Charleston characters coming to the DCU. And then this thing popped up on my feed about maybe they can bring Joel Kinnaman's Rick Flag as Captain Atom because they can just kind of do whatever they want with that character. So I wanted to ask you, what do you think of that? Like, how would you
I
feel
did.
about that?
Yeah, I saw that like floating around on Threads or something.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. It's a good way to take something that you already have and kind of incorporate it into like like that's a good twist on that character because instead of
yeah.
just introducing I don't know what Captain Adam's real name is, Michael something, I
Me
don't know.
neither. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think about that. I was like, well, I mean, since it's not somebody that we know, like, I think it would also
Yeah.
add some emotional stakes because Rick Flag Senior seems to be kind of like the Nick Fury, if you will, of
Hmm.
this universe. Now that Amanda Waller's kind of out of the
Gone.
picture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's still technically, isn't she still cast like she's
she's in
still
prison
part
or
of it?
something. Yeah, they talked about it because she was in the Creature Commando show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Um, so she's still bopping around, but yeah, I think she's supposed to be in prison right now based on Peacemaker lore. Uh, so
I need
okay,
to catch
cool.
up on. Here's my one rant is
Go
that I
for
think
it.
I need to uninstall and reinstall Max onto my TV because I was trying to watch after I got home last night from the book club.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll just throw on Superman now that it's on Max, and just I needed to scan some comics I'll just have it on in the background. And my Max app is so screwed up Like the audio doesn't sync with the visuals,
Oh,
so like everything's
gross.
off by like 30 seconds. And so I kept trying to restart it, and I was just like, forget it. I'll switch over. I'm not caught up on Peacemaker either. I'm two episodes behind. So it's like I'll watch Peacemaker
Stay away from the
instead.
internet.
It's too late, but so I'm like, I might as well catch up, catch all the stuff. And then Peacemaker would just like nope out, like it would get like past the previously on, and then it would freeze, and then it would just kick me out of the app, and I was just like, yeah, I can't watch anything. So
on those smart TVs, like, do you like you can install and uninstall apps and stuff like
I think
any
you
other
can
device?
uninstall it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I reinstall. So we'll see if that helps.
I have one, but I don't really use it just because we use the Apple TV. So, all right. Before we get into the stuff you mentioned Comic Book Club, and I think that's a good place because I want to spend a little bit more time on this specific thing than everything else that we're gonna run through, and we'll jump into movies and stuff like that. But for book club over at I was gonna say Sanctuary at Boomerang Comics in Louisville, which you can see behind us. That's a picture from their store.
Yeah.
We read this month Superman Birthright, and I think we came to maybe the consensus that this is some of Mark Waid's best work and maybe one of Superman's best stories.
It's super cool. It's also, I didn't mention this last night, but it's cool to read this and then having just read Mark Waid's Last Days of Lex Luthor, they almost feel like bookends.
Oh, yeah. I did. I just also read that. Man, Brian Hitch, what a treasure of an artist.
Yeah.
Like I love seeing the new styles and everything like that that a lot of contemporary artists that are bringing. But then I look at a Brian Hitch book and I'm like, this is the good stuff, Like this feels classic.
It was worth the year-long wait between the first and second issue.
I almost feel like you could kind of bookend this book and Last Days of Lex Luthor, and just think of it as like this is how the story begins and that's where it ends.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah, Mark Waid's pretty
I don't know.
good.
I wonder if he is written. I need to. It would be interesting to see who he's written the most of. Superman's got to be up there. He's writing Action Comics right now, and he's been writing action for a while.
Yeah,
he's had long runs on. He's written again, just like Bendis. He's written just about everybody.
Yeah.
The only thing I've read of his that I've been kind of very met on was his Avengers run after Secret Wars, the Hickman Secret Wars, the all new that had Kamala Khan, Miles was on it, Jane Foster, Thor. It was Sam Wilson, Captain America. It was one of the all new, all different Avengers. Was written by Mark Waid with art by, I can't remember who the artist did was. Hercules was on the team. It was a real weird mix of characters.
Yeah. I remember that roster. I don't remember the run, so maybe that might be something worth revisiting.
Yeah, it was not great, but I don't know if that's Mark Waid's thing or if it's like Marvel editorial.
I mean, coming out of Secret Wars, a lot of stuff was kind of very wonky. So,
yeah. So,
I think another really, I mean, Leinil Francis, you on this Birthright book, just doing some of maybe his best work of his career.
Yeah.
But I also wonder how much of Mark Waid's success is tied to him just like teaming up with like the best artists, right? He worked with Mike Waringo, Leinil Francis Yu, who like right now all his books are by like Dan. He's been teamed up with Dan Mora for years now with The World's Finest, moving on to Justice League. Like those two are
Partridge is doing great art over in action.
Yeah, and then Brian Hitch, Chris. We were talking about like how much of the Daredevil success was like Chris Samney's art did a lot of the heavy lifting when it came to the more lighter tone of Daredevil. So I mean, he's also just I think had very great editors or partners that work with him.
But I also think it goes to show how well he works with others. He feels like he can work with anybody. Like he's just like I remember seeing an interview with him. I think it was on Comic Pop or something, and there was like a little bit of like I don't want to say jealousy, but he was just a little bit irked, it seemed, because all the whenever you talk about great comic writers, you always get your Alan Moores and your
Mhm.
Grant Morrisons and stuff, and he's like, he said something. He's like, I do get a little whatever when he goes into a store and he sees there's an Alan Moore shelf and there's a Mark Millar shelf or whatever, and he goes, now where's the Mark Waid shelf? And I'm like, he's got every right to be like that because he's written so much stuff. Like a Mark Waid shelf would be like a Mark Waid bookcase, honestly, because he's been all over the map.
I'm glad you
and
mentioned
it's all
that,
been pretty good.
because I think now I'm gonna put this on our notes right now. One of our next shows upcoming, and I'll tell the rest of this is gonna be a Saturday show, so it'll be like a full thing. We are gonna build the Mark Waid shelf for our comic
I
book,
like it.
our imaginary comic book shop. So let me write that down. So start thinking about that. If you're watching this later on, leave it in the comments. What would you have us put on the Mark Waid shelf at our comic shop? I don't know how many books we're gonna put in there. Maybe I'll see what I'll ask Jack to send me a picture of their shelf because they have a pretty interesting it's like staff picks type of place, and we can use based off of that. So yeah, building Mark Waid's shelf. Great idea, Jeff.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think
All right.
Clay would love to put Tower of Babel on it.
Stay tuned for that. Oh man.
Clay to good Tower of Babel story.
I think we need to add some restrictions that are gonna be fun, because then the fun is gonna be us trying to squirm or trying to politic our way into like, no, I want this book on there, right? Like I would love to have his little Captain America run on it, but it was like only like 5 issues, so it's like, should that squeeze in there? Like, so.
So he's had multiple Captain America runs. And the
Yeah.
one and as much as I love the Chris Samney run that he did, that was like that 100% was filler. I don't know if it's 100%
It was a
filler.
transitional run. Yeah.
It feels very filler to me, and it's so good because it feels like Marvel editorial just like knocked on his door and was like, we need 6 issues of Captain America. What do you got?
It was like, before Ta-Nehisi Coates took over the book. So I think maybe they were just giving him a little extra time for them to get that book together.
But his run on Cap prior to the Image guys doing the Heroes Reborn stuff. So he was on Cap then working with I can't remember his name, but it was such a good run, and it got cut short because the Image guys came back, and then that fell on its face.
Image guys
turned around and gave Image Captain America back to Waid, and it was good. It was still good. It was just all the momentum was lost because there was a big year-long Rob Liefeld turd.
Captain America's chest was so much wider by the time he got it back.
Yeah.
It's hard to work with.
No leg days for that year for Cap.
It's hard to work with a Captain America that can't fit through doors. We have to walk in sideways.
But he's as wide as his own shield.
So.
Yeah,
the shield doesn't even cover him anymore.
Yeah, my shoulders.
Oh man! Speaking of that, I need to catch up on Zdarsky's Cap. All right, let's talk about what we've been watching and getting into. Let's start with movies and television. I have one TV thing, and I see you have one TV thing, and the rest are a few movies that I can just kind of rattle off real quickly because I'm kind of a thing that I'm doing. But this week, a new show on Hulu came out following the end of Alien Earth, which we'll talk about in a second. The Lowdown, they dropped 2 episodes. It's an Ethan Hawke show. He's a reporter in Tulsa, and he's digging into some like dirty business. Like it feels like a very local, but like a very scrappy reporter trying to just find his way. It's really fun. Ethan Hawke's very charismatic, so if you like that kind of stuff, go check it out. It's kind of a maybe like a drama comedy because there's some serious stuff, and then there's like just hilarious moments of like these weird, quirky characters. What's his name? The actor that played, I always forget his name. He played the brain guy on the latest Hulk movie.
I I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's great. He's in it as well. Peter Dinklage is gonna be in it. He hasn't appeared in the first 2 episodes, so I'm looking forward to that. But I think the standout is Keith David. Man, this is just I love to see him. He was in the other show, the Duster show on HBO Max that got canceled unceremoniously. But I mean, we did get the full season. And I was like, oh man, Keith David is just like on a tear on these like TV shows, being just a great badass supporting character. So recommend it. Recommend it.
Is it Bad Education that's on FX? That's on Hulu? Is that it's a sitcom about it's like Dirty Abbott Elementary, I guess is what I gather.
Oh, there's one called English Teacher that's coming
English
back.
Teacher. That's what I was thinking of.
That just came back, I think.
Have you been watching that? I heard the first season is great.
I haven't seen the new stuff.
Okay, I've seen the commercials. I'm like, I might try to watch this.
It's pretty funny, especially because you live in Texas. I think it adds an extra layer of funniness. Dallas is not exactly like Austin, but there's a lot of stuff that I think we can.
Yeah,
we just know enough about Austin, Texas, to kind of
that's the crossover I want with Abbott Elementary. Even though I've not seen it, that's the one I'd like to see.
They could make it happen. It's all Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think English Teacher, I think they drop it all on Hulu and then they air it on FX anyways. But I'm glad it's still going. So yeah, that's a good call, Jeff.
Speaking of, I'll give you an update. We are Disney Plus homeless. Like, we do not subscribe to Disney Plus at this house anymore. So sorry, Andor season 2, you're on your own.
Oh boy.
And I think I'm gonna get rid of. I saw Apple's increasing its prices to $12 a month. It might be going away. I might just be down to Max and Dropout by the end of this year.
Oh man, but I need my morning show.
And Hulu. I might.
Well, Hulu's just going away on its own. But yeah,
Hulu's gonna go away a ton. Because I was gonna drop Hulu after the Kimmel thing, but then after Alien Earth ended, but because of the Hulu Kimmel thing, I was gonna drop Hulu because I'm an ally. But then I was like, they brought him back, and Hulu's gonna get integrated into Disney Plus next year. So I'm like, I might as well just write it out and just be done with it. And then
okay. So you do. So you had Disney and Hulu separately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got it. Okay, because I had a bundle. So yeah, gotcha.
So I had my Hulu account from back when it was free, and then like way back. Yeah, so I'm an early Hulu adopter. But then they started charging. I was like, okay, sure, fine, whatever. I never upgraded to non-commercial stuff because if you start off as a free thing, like I will never buy into YouTube ever. I'm older than YouTube. I'm never going to pay for it. So
that's right.
That's how I feel.
Just over there, like pirating Mythical Morning.
yeah, that's all I need. Yeah. So.
But what did you watch on Hulu?
I have watched the first 4 episodes of Alien Earth. I was gonna try to get it all out, but it's a long show. I love it. It's great.
Yes.
I do feel like the marketers are not as smart as like you're not going to see any baby alien plushies like you will see Baby Yoda's plushies. Like, I don't know if the marketing works the same way as that. Like,
what about that cute little eye thing?
I think they should make an eye plushie, like the lamb with the half face. Like, that would make a great plushie too.
Yeah.
I want to see little kids walking around with that. I really enjoy it. I love where it's going. I love that it's kind of expanding the whole universe kind of thing. My roommate and I were like, here's the one thing I don't understand about the alien, the xenomorph itself. I'm like, it just kills. Like, it's sort of like a predator in the way it's not, but a predators kill for sport, at least. I'm like, this thing is it's like a shark. It's not even, because sharks kill for eating. Like, they don't eat their things. They just like to incubate inside humans and then rip out of their chest and then
it's definitely not. So I'm gonna say this, not being an expert alien, but I've seen enough stuff. Like, I think what I've learned is that alien and anything that comes from that, especially if have you watched Romulus, the latest the alien film? Mm-hmm. They kind of explain that it just wants to destroy life, right? It's not really trying to replicate or continue its own, whatever. Like those,
Yeah.
the eggs can pretty much last for a long time undisturbed or whatever. So it's not trying to extend its own lifespan or its species or anything. It's just trying to destroy. And I think that's something that you kind of have to go in with that. Now, can I ask you what how much of an Alien fan would you call yourself? Like just movies and TV, or and a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit of,
Very
yeah,
base level. Like I've seen all the movies,
yeah,
but I've seen all the movies like
okay,
once. I mean, I've seen Aliens multiple times, and I've seen Alien a couple of times. But
mm,
post that, I've seen each
gotcha.
one off.
Okay,
Uh, yeah,
so I
yeah,
I ha-
yeah.
I have some friends. Shout out to the crew Expendable Boys. I was on their podcast a couple times, and they were not very big fans of the show. They had a lot of quirks, and I think what I kind of put together, because these guys, they cover everything Alien. Like they read the books,
Mm,
they read all the comics, they know all the lore, the novels, the video games. So I think my conclusion was at the end, and I'll put a link to their podcast. I think the more of an Alien fan you are, the less you might enjoy this show, because if you're just kind of casual like Jeff and I, where I watch the movies, we read some of the comics, like it's fun stuff, but I don't live in that world all the time. A
yeah.
lot of the stuff feels new and fresh, and you're like, oh, what the hell? I've never seen that. But some of those things might be like, it's kind of like when they grab a concept from the Star Wars Legends stuff and they bring it to live action or to
Mm-mm.
the continuity. Now we're like, well, that if you're a fan of Legends, you're like, well, that's not a new concept. That's just a thing that's already there. But if you've never heard of Legends, you're like, oh, cool. Who's the strong guy and why is he here, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think,
yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I made Alien Earth my recommendation on our new What to Watch this weekend series, because it was done. So I'm glad Jeff is listening.
Yes.
So
I saw the video and I'm like, I gotta watch it. I have to
I
watch
gotta
it.
watch it. Cool, very cool.
Thank God,
So
thank God you didn't say Peacemaker because I wouldn't have been able to watch it.
yeah, you did stop before what I'd consider the best episode of the show. So I'm looking forward to following up on this conversation and see how you enjoy the back half of the show.
Yes.
So
I'll see if I can get through it today.
cool. As far as movies, I didn't. So the only movie in the theaters is One Battle After Another, and I'm not really a PTA Paul Thomas Anderson guy, as we discussed yesterday. Uh,
Is
I
that Leo's, right?
That's
That's
the
Leo.
Leo, Benicio del Toro, Regina King, yeah, yeah. This movie though feels like the least PTA, so I'll probably watch it eventually. I don't think I'll watch it at the theater because I think it's almost 3 hours long.
Oof.
That's a long time for this boy to be in the theater. Um, but instead, what I've been doing is I got on this kind of kick. But let me tell you about some of the other stuff before I get into what I'm doing. I rewatched Fantastic Four because it came out on digital. It still holds up, 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I don't think they updated the baby CGI, but I don't think they fixed it. I don't think you can fix that baby CGI. But it's fine. My main takeaway was the stuff with the silver. Whatever, whenever the silver surface on the screen, that's just the best part of the movie. Like
Yeah.
amazing
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like when she arrives on Times Square, I got goosebumps once again after she finished her speech, and everything in the surfing around in the dark hole and the black hole, and even just all the way to the end. So yeah, pretty good. If you haven't seen Fantastic Four, you can now watch it at home,
I
rent
wonder
it
when
or whatever.
it releases on. So again, to kind of steer back to us canceling everything, my roommate dug out. He watches. Uh, he was watching Disney Plus for all like the classic Disney films,
Okay.
and so uh, also a Gen X or millennial, older millennial. He had all these things on DVD, all the movies.
Oh, he's
But
got all the
as you just start
Seinfeld.
streaming, he's got all of them. But as you start streaming, you just all that stuff just gets put in a box because you could just
Right, right.
stream it. So once he canceled Disney Plus, he was like, "Got to get the box out and start going through and seeing what I
Woo!
have."
Nice.
So I started thinking, I'm like, well, I do need to go in and go back. Like, I don't, because I stopped buying DVDs a while back because you could just go and stream them.
Yeah.
When the Marvel movies first started releasing, I'm like, in my head, comic book fan that I am, I'm like, I'm going to own everything Marvel puts out. And I eventually stopped after about phase 2.5 because I was like, this is so many movies. Do I need to own all of them? I'm running out of bookshelf. But now I need to go back. So I need to go back and buy Infinity War Endgame. Are you a physical collector as well? Do you collect these things physically?
I collect certain movies only. So like if I really enjoy something, I'll buy the physical edition.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of the Marvel stuff. I have a lot of Christopher Nolan. I have all the Batman movies in multiple formats because I'm a sicko. Zack Snyder movies as well. So yeah, it just really depends on what I really enjoy. But I've been buying all the Marvel stuff. I think I missed out on ordering something, and then it was really hard to find because I like the steel books.
Yeah.
If I can get them. Um, so yeah, I think the last thing I did get Thunderbolts. Like I don't know, it came like a month after the release. I don't know why it took so long. I wasn't even expecting it. And I haven't ordered Fantastic Four. I should look into pre-ordering that, and also Superman, because that's probably gonna be out on Blu-ray soon.
I think it came out earlier this week. I think it came out this thing because I saw people
Unboxing
unbagging
them
the
already?
steelbook.
Oh crap!
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, I gotta get on that. Hopefully, the secondary market for those steelbooks is not too bad on Superman, because I'd really like to have that.
Do
So
they not just keep making them? Is it a set
I
number
don't know.
now?
Uh,
I feel
I
like
don't
that
know.
stuff
That's a
used to
good
be just
question.
mass produced. Maybe not
I
anymore because
So I used to get all my stuff at Best Buy because they had all the steelbooks, all the cool, like they would do exclusive stuff for them, but then they got rid of their physical media part, and I'm like, where do I go now?
I'm thinking about taking a trip down to what is it, movie trading company today, seeing what they
Yeah,
have. Yeah, maybe a half price books to see some of the older stuff if they've got anything older that I can, because I don't need like the fancy steel book. I would like them, but I don't need them if I just want the movie kind of
yeah,
thing.
movie
I
trading
just want the
company's
movie and
fun.
the
The only
extra
thing is
features
that,
and stuff.
man, sometimes those places they just have them almost a regular price now, and I'm like,
Yeah,
well, I mean, I could just buy it new, I guess. Like, I'm trying not to buy this new from some internet warehouse store, but you are very much toying with my feelings and not allowing me to do that. So,
the one
um,
thing that I did not get to finish before Disney Plus got away was the first season of Andor.
oh,
But
okay.
they did release it on DVD, so I might go pick it up because I hear it's that good. I'll
Andor
just
is
watch it over and
fantastic.
over,
Yeah, Andor is a
and over
great
and over
show.
again.
So, okay, cool. And then the other thing, I watched a movie on Netflix this morning called The Guilty with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's about he's like this guy. He's like this police officer that has to work the call center because of he's being investigated for something, and he gets a call. But it's like this movie. It's by Antoine Fuqua, who did all the Equalizer films with Denzel. But the movie itself is just like you're in the call center the whole time. So you just kind of hear it through the phone and all that stuff. It's interesting.
That's
I
filmmaking
was,
on a budget.
yeah, I was not too on board. And then it had a really kind of messed up twist at the end. And I'm like, oh, damn. So it's not like the best film, but I think it was kind of worth it. It's only like 90 minutes long because I think the gimmick of just seeing Jake
Yeah,
Gyllenhaal for 90 minutes probably would get old after a while.
yeah.
Especially because he's not his charming self. Like he's this kind of downtrodden. Like I said, he's going through a lot of personal shit too. So yeah. I don't know. I threw it on because I was looking for something else and I couldn't find it, and I was like, fine, Netflix. You don't have anything that I want to watch, so I'll watch what you want me to watch. You win
I'll
this
do it,
round.
Netflix. You and your damn algorithm.
Yeah. So, and then the kind of kick on that I'm on, and I'll probably watch a few more movies of this. Um, Journalism in 2025 is something interesting and
Rough. It's a little rough.
worrisome. It's a rough time. And then one of the podcasts I listened to, shout out to the 70 millimeter podcast. One of the hosts, Danny, mentioned that he watched The Post. That is the film with Tom Hanks
Tom Hanks.
and what's her name? She was Cruella in live action.
Emma Stone.
No, sorry, way before in the 90s.
I know who you're talking about. Not
Glenn
Meryl
Close.
Streep. Glenn Close. Yeah.
I think Glenn Close was Cruella. Now you have me thinking that maybe it was Meryl Streep.
No, it
Either
wasn't
way,
Meryl. It's Glenn
it
Close. It's
was
Glenn
Meryl Streep. It was
Close.
Glenn Close. Yes. Yeah. So it's about the Nixon the Vietnam documents that leaked while Nixon was president, and the post, and it's really about how all that stuff went all the way to the Supreme Court because the Attorney General wanted to like stop them from printing those stories. The New
Hmm.
York Times and the Washington Post stopped them both from printing those stories. But man, I was like, that's a wild thing.
That's a good movie to watch. So I watched that movie almost like I had just watched All the President's Men for the first time, which is
Yes.
about
Oh,
the Watergate
another
stuff.
excellent story. Excellent.
And then and then like months later, I watched The Paper, and they go so well together. Like a
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon, watch those two, and then get angry or get whatever, because it's so good to watch those two, because they almost kind of complement each
It
other. It's
it's
same,
the same
it's all
themes just from like a different angle and a different tone, right?
hmm hmm
So
And about how
so what
the
I'm
Nixon administration was attacking the free press or the press,
mhm.
two different newspapers trying to report two different things that the Nixon administration was doing
Yeah.
incorrectly or wrong or illegally, and just how it's both of them are really good.
Which is funny because the post is not really it's not you could call it a prequel to the President's Men because it ends if this was a Marvel movie, the end credit scene would be the security guard. And like that's the last scene of the movie. The security guard walks into the DNC offices, and then and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you hear
yeah.
the 911 call like there's a robbery at the Watergate or whatever. Um,
So you could watch that and then go straight into All the President's Men and then do Oliver
yeah.
Stone's Nixon and then make it a whole thing.
Well, I recently watched all the President's Men, so I'm not gonna rewatch that. But what I am gonna rewatch is because this has been a few years, Spotlight. That's the Michael
Spotlight.
Keaton
That's a good.
film about the scandal with the Catholic Church. And then I also have they recommended Darkest Hour, which is I don't think that one's so much about the press, but it follows Churchill. Like Gary Oldman is Winston
Oh
Churchill.
yeah, 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 yeah. I've seen that. That's a good one too.
And then the last thing somebody mentioned that I should also watch Zodiac because that's also like it's very much about the press, but it's also like very tonally different. So yeah,
Did you
so
ever
yeah.
watch Newsroom? Aaron Sorkin's
Oh,
Newsroom.
I I love the newsroom.
It's so
It's
good.
like it was an interesting thing to get your news like I don't know a year later or
Yeah, it's
whatever.
weird. Yeah, yeah. It's because it's a period piece, so you're like finding out like there's all these stories that if you were cued into the news at the time, you were like, oh, these guys were asking the right questions that nobody else was
Yeah.
asking 5 years ago. It's also interesting that because of the Jimmy Kimmel thing, speaking of Aaron Sorkin, I don't know if you've ever seen his Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip,
Yes.
but that
I
show
was
starts
I was
off
one
with
of the two people that
affiliates.
watched it, I think.
Yeah,
But you
us
might have
too.
been the other one.
Yeah. That whole show starts off with the premise of a bunch of affiliates pulling uh, the show, what is basically a fake Saturday Night Live show for that
Yeah,
show,
because of a skit, right?
because of a sketch, and so they had to fight with the affiliates on trying to get back on the air. And I was like, oh, this is the Jimmy Kimmel thing. This is 100% it. Uh,
Yep.
and I and in the show in Studio 60, they were like, we're still going to do the show. We're going to do the best show we can do, and the affiliates are going to have to come begging for us to come back, and we're say fine, but we're going to double our prices for you guys. Uh, which I was like, and I'm glad Kimmel continued to do the show, but it's really hard in this day and age to be like, because everything's going to go on the internet now. Like they're just going to put it on YouTube, or like they aired their shows on YouTube. But I would have been like, no, only the people who affiliates get to see our show, and the rest of you people in Washington, you're just going to have to keep calling your affiliate to be like, put Kimmel
Yeah.
back on the air, jam up their phone lines.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So yeah, I'm kind of on a little journey there. for movies to give me some perspective and hope, maybe.
It's better.
I
I
would,
found a YouTube video
yeah.
early on Howard Zinn's "The People's History of the United States," which is a history book written by Howard Zinn. But it basically is it's the history book. It's the history they don't want you to know about. But he talks
Ooh.
about all the like labor strikes in the like early 1900s, and how the robber barons, the people that were in charge, like would like have the law enforcement basically just stick law enforcement in all the striking parties, and how there were riots and people like all this stuff that we don't know about because it's all been kind of swept away by time.
Yeah.
And so
Well, I mean,
it's interesting.
I hate to
It's a rough
say it, yeah.
history.
I hate to say it, but like that HBO Watchmen show educated me on like the Tulsa
Yeah,
massacre stuff. I didn't know
yeah,
anything about
exactly.
that. So like sometimes media needs to be out there just to like get people at least to get some knowledge, right? So
Yeah,
I do
totally.
want to watch a Robert Redford film, but I don't know what yet. So if you have any recommendations, you Jeff or people in the chat or the comments, let me know.
Listen,
I've seen All the President's Men recently, so I don't want to rewatch that again. I'm
if you're not
thinking
watching
maybe,
Sneakers, if you're not
and
watching Sneakers,
I also recently watched Captain America: Winter Soldier, so I'm not watching that. You guys did mention Sneakers, huh? Uh,
everybody loves Sneakers. It's such a good movie.
I'm right here on Letterboxd right now. It's not very highly rated. Are you sure people love it?
I know people love it. The people that are rating it low are not smart people.
Got it. Um, I also
I will
saw
say
that.
it's very dated though. So like they're
Okay.
dealing with technology and stuff. So like it is a product of its time in that sense. But I think it's still very even though the technology. So it talks about the early days of the internet kind of stuff,
Hmm.
hackers in the early days of the internet. But I think what the story tells, like it's still the same stuff. Like it's still countries are willing to go nuts over other people's information. So
Okay.
everything rings true still today. It's just the technology and stuff is a little outdated. But the cast in that movie is fantastic. Like everybody's an ace in that cast.
In my review for the post, I was like, "This is like Ocean's 11, but for like a newspaper." Just because of the cast, I was
You
like,
can also
"Oh."
watch the Superman movies to get some stuff on the news from the
Yeah.
Daily Planet.
I'm also thinking of The Natural. So we'll see. We'll see. Robert Redford
But Butch
made a lot
Cassidy
of
and the
money.
Sundance Kid, if you've not seen it, that's a really good one
That
too.
was pretty highly rated. Yeah, that was pretty highly rated. And 69, he's gonna be young there.
Oh, he's really
'Cause
young in
that's
it.
even before. Because I've seen him in some of the his more recent like Spy Games with Brad Pitt. I've seen that and stuff like that. So I've seen more stuff from the 90s and above. So, all right, we could talk about Robert Redford all day probably. He's also got a credit on Planet Earth. Did he do like a voice? Yeah, he's a narrator for the 2017 Earth One Amazing Day. Oh, so this is like a spin-off series of Planet Earth, maybe. All right. I'm gonna let you start because you have, I think, an older comic, and then we'll get into new comics.
All right. So first, I read. Just going through my collection, I pulled out these old Betty and Veronica's from 2016.
Ooh,
These are by Adam Hughes. This is back
yeah.
when Archie relaunched their whole titles. Mark Waid was speaking of Mark Waid. Mark Waid was writing the main Archie title. But look at
Hmm.
this Adam Hughes art. Like it's. Let me see.
I When we went to that shop that was having their quarterly sale, I think I picked up one of those variant covers for
The
Betty and Veronica.
variants, yeah, they have all the variants in the back, and
Yeah.
like they printed so many variants for these books. It's
Oh
almost like
yeah,
what's the uh, who does the
Dynamite.
Dynamite? Yeah, it's like a Dynamite thing they have. But the
Dynamite
Adam
comic.
Hughes, like it's really funny. It's the narrator is a dog, and midway through the first issue, they're like, "Oh, the dog ate two of the pages already." So there's just these white blank pages of text, and then
That's
the guy's
funny.
like, "Well, Betty and Veronica said they'd post for this one," so like it's very funny. It's very tongue in cheek. I very much enjoyed. And the Adam Hughes art is just gorgeous, gorgeous.
Oh, Archie Andrews, you lucky dog.
No joke, no joke.
All right, cool. Well, let's get into comics for this week, right? I think that's that. Yeah.
I have one more that came out.
Oh, sure. Go for it.
Since I missed last week's episode, we did not get to talk about Deadpool Batman. I did get the Daniel Warren Johnson cover.
Is that the only cover you got?
I also got the who is this? This is
I don't know. That's funny because that's like one of the ones that I didn't get.
It's
so between all of us, that might be hard to find actually. Like just the name straight up there. So let me see if I can League of Comic Geeks real quick. For those that maybe missed our show last week, me and Clay, I showed him all my covers. I picked up way too many. But it's fun. It's
Assad Ribic. I was like, Ribic. What's his name? Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen Assad Ribic draw Batman, so that's why I wanted this one.
Well, because it's like you can't see their faces, so then you don't know that it's Assad Ribic.
Yeah, exactly. The weird eyes. Yeah. So I picked up that one in the Daniel Warren Johnson.
What did you think? Did you have a favorite story from the bunch?
You know, I thought the main story was really good. I thought it was very entertaining. Outside of that, it kind of read just as a generic, almost like an old 90s annual where it's just like story after story. The Cap Wonder Woman one was cute. I get not cute. I don't know, cute. Cute's not the right word for it.
Adorable.
It was adorable watching Hitler shoot himself. I think my favorite is the Jeff Crypto backup story.
Yeah, that's so nice. They just have a good time.
Everything else is kind of like
a good time.
All right, the Rocket. I like getting a Green Lantern ring.
I like the little button that Kevin Smith put on his Green Arrow Daredevil. Like, that was his dad's glove or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
It felt like when Kevin Smith did a Batman story where Batman melted the gun that killed his parents and uses it on his chest plate. Like just little fan things like that doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't matter. Like, why would Green Lantern get, Jack Murdoch's glove? Like, I know the gym was right there, but still.
Yeah.
Although still seeing Count Vertigo take out Daredevil, that was kind of cool because he's one of the people. Like, that's his whole power is to take out Daredevil. Right. Give you that inner ear imbalance, like that just messes up Daredevil in like multiple levels. So
I will say this will ring home. I think a lot of people complain about Marvel's the production value in the paper quality and like how well the actual physical comics are put together.
Sure.
And I do think this will bring, once DC releases their version next month, whenever it is, or in November rather, I think it will bring home how much better the paper quality is.
We're doing a compare and contrast, my friend, because
this is rough. This is like a pamphlet. Feels like it's so big, but it also, I'm just, as I was flipping through it last night trying to remember, I was just like, it feels tissue papery almost. Not really. I mean, it's paper, but it's
don't use it to wipe yourself. You will cut your butt.
You will cut your butt.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's talk about comics for this week. We'll just go back and forth, and I think we read a lot of the same things, but Jeff and I we're not a perfect Venn diagram, and that's why we do the show together, to really cover everything on the show, on the shelves. The first thing I'll talk about is this new Battle World number 1. Christus Gage. I said this on my review. It's cool to see all these kind of heroes together and the Battle World concept being brought back. You get to see a lot of cool characters. What's that guy with the Starbrand from the new universe? Mm-hmm. Like, he shows up and you're like, oh, when that guy shows up, like, things are gonna get crazy. And they do.
He's gonna brand a star.
Yeah. So I'll go back and read this when it's collected or finished. It was fine. I just it didn't fully grab me. Like there's other better stuff I think on the shelf. So okay, what did you get, Jeff?
I picked up Ultimate Spider-Man number 21.
I did as well, but I haven't read it. I don't know why. This is usually
Uh,
the first thing.
it's pretty good. We're definitely moving in a direction.
Yeah,
It's as much. I don't want to say like I don't give a like Absolute Flash. I've made mention about how nothing really happens in Absolute Flash, and now I feel like Absolute Flash things are starting to happen. Not much actually ever happens in Ultimate Spider-Man, but all the characters are just so charming. Watching them talk to
yeah,
one another, I'm just like, I just love this comic. Uh, and now again, things are kind of starting to happen finally. Like alliances are being formed and turned on and whatnot, and like all this kind of intricate, no pun intended, web work is starting to come together finally.
yeah.
But I still feel like I have a feeling it's going to Hickman's going to come along and slap us alongside the face over the next few issues. Since
Yeah,
it seems
I
like
think the reason I didn't read it immediately is because I've discovered this is a little life hack for, and this is only good for the next few issues. Whenever Marco Cicchetto is drawing the book, you get a lot of Spider-Man and Peter.
yeah,
Whenever David Messina is in the book, you get a lot of the other characters, not a lot of Spider-Man and Peter.
yeah,
Uh, so this one, I just paged through it to confirm that was still the case, and it is. You
that's
get a
still the case.
lot of the other guys, which is fine. Everybody's really interesting,
Yeah,
but I mean,
uh,
I
there's not a
need
lot of
more
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
in this Spider-Man book.
Not a lot of Spider-Man in this ultimate Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
cool. Um, Absolute Wonder Woman number 12. This finishes the arc, and man, what a finish! A lot of very cool surprises, and I like that we are setting up. I think we're gonna do. I think what's gonna happen is they'll do another couple of issues that are backstory for Diana, or maybe setup. Then they'll
Mhm.
have that crossover with Batman, and then she'll have her next arc. So yeah, it's great book. I love it. I love Kelly Thompson. I really love Hayden Sherman's art. It really works for me.
As do I. Speaking of, let's go ahead and compare and contrast
Ooh,
uh, with the other Wonder Woman book. I think it's interesting when they come out the same week because they came out
yeah,
the same week. Because then you can't help but compare and contrast your two Wonder Woman books. I think I love. I'm really enjoying this Tom King Wonder Woman run. I love it. I love the Daniel Sampieri
um,
art. It's so good. But I love Absolute Wonder Woman just a little bit more than I love this Tom King run. Uh, Tom King gets a lot of shit from the internet that I don't really understand.
yeah.
Uh,
At
uh,
at worst, he's a decent writer. Like like at
yeah,
worst, which is not the way I feel. I'm just saying,
right, right,
like,
right. I don't think everything. I don't think he's the greatest writer to come along. I think he has some really interesting concepts that he plays with.
yeah,
I can
I would
understand why
definitely
people.
give Mark Waid his shelf before a Tom King shelf, but
Oh, definitely.
I would not be like, yeah, Tom King could get a rack, like what's it called, just like
He's got a
one
small
shelf,
little
not a whole
section.
thing, just a little
A
section.
section.
There's enough there,
Yeah,
enough really cool stuff to be like, yeah, we should have a little Tom King section.
yeah.
This was an anniversary extra long issue, so we got the Jorge Fornes teasing some stuff in the future while we are living in this mouse man world. Very cool.
That's me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I enjoy both. Again, the Daniel Sampieri artwork is so gorgeous.
Yeah,
I don't know how I
yeah.
feel about Wonder Woman taking her baby into a war zone, but whatever.
That's just the Amazon way, man.
It's just the
I don't
Amazon way.
question
Yeah,
their.
and
Um,
let's be honest, that baby's made of clay, so
that's right.
it's a
That's right.
magical baby.
You can always
Just
fire it back up in the
sculpt up a new
kiln.
arm. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
All right. The next thing I picked up was the Ultimate Hawkeye #1. This has
Almost
two
did, but
little
I didn't.
stories. One is by uh Dennis Camp, who's writing the Ultimates book. The other one has two writers on it. Hold on, let me pull up. I forget. So one of them is Taboo from, if you watch our Naked Gun episode from the Black Eyed Peas, who Taboo's done a few comics for Marvel.
Yeah.
And then who's the other writer? Oh, it should be here. B.
I
Earl.
think Joe. Oh.
Yeah, it's B. Earl. So they, you get a little cool Dennis Camp story of him dealing with Ulysses Claw, and then you also get a more in-depth story, and it introduces the Clint Barton of the Ultimate Universe.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, it's a fun one shot. It's really cool. This version of Hawkeye is so different from the regular version of Hawkeye that it's definitely worth exploring. So
I did not know it was a one shot. The only reason I picked it up because I was like, I don't want to start a whole nother.
oh, it is but there you go. It's a one shot. That's what I'm here for, Jeff. I'll read comic books so then you can make informed decisions.
That's right.
Not
Go
just
back
you,
later.
obviously, the viewer.
Yeah. But I'm a stand-in for the viewer, like that
That's
character.
right.
I'm the Kitty Pride of this podcast.
That's right. Or if you're a '90s kid like me, you're the Jubilee.
Or the Jubilee. One or the
It
other.
depends. Every X-Men generation has their insert for the
right.
for the reader.
Character. Let's do this one because I love this cover. This is Invisible Man #2.
Ooh.
This is a David Aja cover, I believe, because I think I think that's a DA right there. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. But this cover is so insane. It's like the eraser.
It's Mike Del Mundo.
Oh, is it Mike Del Mundo?
It's in the back. Yeah, if you look in the back, you can see all the artists.
Oh, wow. I've been giving. Which one is?
So I saw this at the shop, and I was just like, "Did he draw that, or is those just really like erasing shavings?"
No, I think he drew it. That's got to be drawn.
It's like those TikTok videos that you're like, which one's the real one? And then you know what I'm talking about. Like it's a banana and an apple, and then one of those is drawn, and the other one's a actual banana.
Oh, look at that! You're blowing my mind with it, David.
The book is insane.
I love the interior artwork. This book, I love watching. What's his name? Like he's obviously a bad person to begin with. But then you're slowly watching him unravel even more as the story goes on. It's so good.
Now, once again, for a book called The Invisible Man, pardon the pun, you don't see a lot of Invisible Man in it, but it's so good that you don't even care.
No, but just like him thinking about being invisible and just like crushing people's heads and stuff. There's another.
I almost think that he may not become invisible.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a good writer.
So good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So very nice. Well, let's stay on the indie train and the Skybound train. Skinbreaker.
How is this?
The Robert Kirkman, David Finch book. Now, I can't tell you to go pick this book up because I know it's a very out of the way book. But what I will say is that David Finch is doing some of the best stuff in this. This doesn't even do the book justice. Go look at my review where I do I have digital copies of the preview. The art on this is insane, dude. Like there's so much detail and lines in every single panel. I can understand why David Finch why this book has been in the making for 8 years. So
8 years.
It's only 8 issues, and Robert Kirkman does say in the back in the letter to the audience, the book is finished. There will be no delays. This will just come out on a monthly basis. And the book is drawn completely. Yeah. So
it's done.
That's right.
I picked up It's Jeff the Landshark #4. Kelly Thompson, Toki Toro. Yeah. Good stuff. It's very Jeff meets a new Marvel person he's traveling around the Marvel universe.
It's the Squirrel Girl
demons.
book with Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. And it's fun. It's cute. It's fun. It's very entertaining.
Which is more enticing to you because of your namesake.
Exactly. 100%. Anytime they say, it's Jeff, I'm like, that's me. It's me.
Jeff is like, Squirrel book? No, Squirrel Girl? No, thanks. Jeff the Land Shark?
Nothing's
Yes, please.
100%. Yes.
So funny.
Very fun.
Cool. All right. I also read Superman 30 and I picked up this really nice shiny cover.
Ooh.
This leads up to, so let me see if it's on your list. It is on your list. So maybe you want to talk about the
The
book
other
that
one?
ends in the same page as this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. It all leads to DCKO. So I'll let Jeff chime in because it's
The
great.
other book is Justice League Unlimited number, what is this? 11.
11.
And I knew both of them were like, both of them felt very like, oh, these are going to both definitely dovetail into KO.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting down, like, which one am I going to read first? And I think I read Justice League first.
Oh, I read Superman first.
And I kind of wish I'd read Superman first. After reading Justice League, I was like, oh, I feel like I should have read Superman first then.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But man, they're putting these gentlemen through it. Waid and Williamson are putting Superman and the Justice League through it.
Yeah.
Going into KO.
Booster Gold is been taking it like a champ for months.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't think of the last time. I know it's happened before, but I can't think of the last time where we saw the same panel or the same page on two different books from different angles. And I was like,
I like
whoa.
That's cool. Speaking of, well, let me circle back around to that because I will say, I love in the Superman book. I love Superboy Prime's like thing. Like
yeah,
his whole story arc, and I love that he's now. I kind of want, and this is not gonna. It's way too late for this to happen. But I would love the next go around for DC Marvel crossovers is can we get all the characters that break the fourth wall in one
like
story
Gwenpool and Superboy Prime.
And so Deadpool and She-Hulk and anybody who's ever broken
I think Marvel has so many more though.
Oh yeah. I think
there would have to be, which I think Superboy Prime is enough for all of them, but still, yeah, that'd be cool.
And I love every time he breaks the fourth wall, and when he says he's gonna kill Booster Gold, and he said, "Who does he say? Somebody's gonna be so pissed at him." I forget what character or what writer he says. He's like,
yeah, it's really good. It's full of those little Easter eggs. I didn't realize. I've read Superboy Prime in the past, but I don't think they really leaned into. I didn't know of his origin, so like, or maybe they changed it. And yeah, like when I was reading, what is it, Infinite Crisis, right? That's his big one. I didn't realize that was a whole thing. So it's a lot of fun to kind of think back, put that through the lens of like this.
Yeah, I feel like this is the most I've seen him break the fourth wall, but for sure. Yeah. And then back to Justice League. This point, like, I'm surprised everybody's still alive, honestly, at the end of the issue.
It's crazy. This Timekeeper dude, man. Trapper Keeper needs to put a lid on it. It's pretty wild.
Trapper Keeper.
Yeah, so we'll be all in on DCKO in the upcoming weeks. So, I guess speaking of that, I don't know if you have it around.
Oh, it's across the room. Well, we
did get tricked into buying the little ash can. I'm not gonna say don't buy it. It's only $2, so it's not like wild or anything. But it is just the same pages we've already seen, with a little bit of back matter. So
yeah, I would not buy the $10 one, the foil $10 one.
I almost did, but I was like $10, and then I saw what was inside, and I'm like, no, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's cool to have it.
I also picked up the new History of DC Universe number 3. Speaking of Mark Waid, I do like that he is kind of moving a few things around to kind of to fit all in this new history. He does explain when Lois and Superman have Jonathan, which has always been a question of mine because it happens after the New 52, but then he kind of puts it back in where it happens, and it happens during the weirdly it happens during the New 52 run pre-New 52, or the 52 run pre-New 52, when Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman disappear for a year. So he's like, that's when they have their kid. There's also a few little things where I think they move some deaths around a little bit here and there.
You gotta move deaths around every once in a
You
while.
got to move some deaths around, so it's cool to read that.
Nice. One of my favorite things I read this week, Detective
Oh yeah,
Comics 1101.
1101.
Talk about that detective book. Like Tom Taylor's like, we're going full detective mode on this actual comic. It's
Yes.
pretty gnarly too. Like the art, and I didn't know Mikhail Zanin could do that kind of gnarly work. So
I also like it when Batman and Mr. Terrific work together. I like it when Batman's like, you know what, I need somebody smarter than this than me on this than me. I'm very excited where the story goes. Batman has
yeah,
been exposed to a contagion that makes him fearless. And they do a nice job of setting up how bad that can be at the beginning of the story.
yeah. I was like, wait, the Scarecrow feels like is he rebranding? What's going on? But then you're like, no, this is the Lion. So
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
I picked up, what is this? Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe #3. This is fun because at the end of the second issue, Doctor Strange banishes Godzilla to wherever Dormammu is.
Sure.
And Dormammu, and this issue picks up with Dormammu. He's like, oh, cute, Doctor Strange, like sending this creature over to try to defeat me. And Godzilla beats the shit out of Dormammu for like however long it is. And then Dormammu's like, forget this. I'm sending you back to Earth. I hate Godzilla. I hate Doctor Strange. I hate all of this. And he sends it back to Earth. But I think it's so funny that Dormammu just basically gets bitch slapped by Godzilla for
That is
years.
funny.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last book I read, which also one of my favorites for the week, Twilight Zone #1. Um, yeah, Dan Waters, Morgan Beam. Like if you like Dan Waters stuff on superhero stuff, wait till you read his creator own stuff.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Now this is it's a one story. It's a 5-issue anthology, so we'll get different creators. But yeah, if you like the old school Twilight Zone, they definitely managed to recapture the vibes on here. So
Yeah. I did not pick that up. I might go back and pick it up. I do like the horror anthologies. I like that they make a big comeback.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We
they're
do
all
have
over
it
the
on.
place.
We do have it on our box, thanks to our friends at ADW. So if you want to read it, you can,
I might take a
and
flip
maybe
through it.
get the collection when it comes out because it's gonna be pretty
That's
cool,
probably
probably.
what I'm going to do. Because I might do that because Silver Coin is sort of like that. It's a
Unless you want to look for the Francavilla connecting covers,
oh well, there you go.
which might be a journey.
I've got I don't know how much journeys I can more journeys I can take. I've got two more that I've read. The latest issue of Void Rivals.
Is this book wrapping up, or is this gonna keep going? Do you know?
It's going to keep going. It's definitely
Okay.
going to keep going. They got to what you thought was the end point because they've been talking about reunification. What happens when that happens? It
Yeah.
almost happens during this issue. There's a really cool scene where that starts to happen, and then the rug gets pulled out from under them for reasons. So it's going to pivot. It seems like, but it was super cool. Like I really enjoyed it. The last thing I read was the newest issue of Beneath the Trees.
I can't wait.
Still good.
I can't wait to dig into that. So, all right. I did have one more book that I picked up that I haven't read, and a couple other things that I'm going to show you. I picked up The Phantom #1. This is from Mad Cave. The pulp hero is back. I just haven't got a chance to read it, but it's by Ray Fox, so like it's probably pretty good. I just haven't read much of The Phantom.
I don't know if I've ever read a Phantom book.
Yeah, so but this like what is it? I think Freddie Williams, the second cover, like it's really cool. And it's like black and white and purple, which is there's also a full color cover of this, so but I like this one. And then I
Is
also
this by
picked
the
up
same publisher that's doing the Flash Gordon stuff too, or are they two
Mad
different?
Cave. No, I think yeah, Flash Gordon's also with Mad Cave, I think. Yeah, I think they have that whole whatever that universe is called.
Defenders of the Earth universe?
Defenders of the Earth, yeah. The last thing I picked up because I missed out on going to my shop on Batman Day. I picked up a reprint of the Absolute Batman #1, and I picked up the Absolute Batman #1 Batman Day blank cover. Maybe I'll get something next week at the show. And then they also had this like sampler. So if you missed out on Red Hood, you can read some of it here, and that's it.
The weather
And
is
then
hot lava.
the DC's Finest Batman, Year 2 Part 1. So another reprint, but these were free. So your shop may still have them around. Those are just reprints for Batman Day, and then the Absolute Batman stuff was not free.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did you have any other books you picked up that you haven't read?
No, I got through everything. I tried to.
Oh, you got through your whole week?
I got through my whole week.
That's an achievement. Like, that's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we should not buy as many books, but yeah.
I did not buy. I think I bought like 13 comics this week, so it was kind of it was an average week, I think. So when I get into the 17, that's when it gets tough to read them all.
I will say I also read, and we have a review for Street Sharks #1. If you like that, it's fun. And then also Star Trek: The Last Starship #1, which is with the return of Kirk to this universe. That one's pretty cool. So if you're a Star Trek fan, and then yesterday, because I need another box to put all this stuff in, I picked up this. I picked up this nice Punisher short box with the Marco Cicchetto
It's a
art.
nice Punisher box.
Yeah. So I might do. I don't know if I'll do it this afternoon or sometime in the week. I might just do a stream where I scan in all my comics and try to put them in a box because I have a lot. You can't see it. Well, I mean, I guess you kind of can. There's comics everywhere. There's probably at least 100 comic books all around me right now. I'm surrounded by 100 comic books all the time. That's my superpower.
I'm bummed that Kelly Thompson's Birds of Prey is coming to an end soon. I saw that on the thing.
And one other big thing, people were pretty upset about Green Arrow coming to an end. I haven't been reading Green Arrow. I missed out. Like, I like Joshua Williamson's run, but after Absolute Power, I kind of dropped off. I didn't realize that Chris Condon came on the book as the writer, and they kind of changed the dynamic. And I was like, well, shoot, had I known that, I would have been more on board. So I'm part of the problem why it got canceled because I wasn't buying the book.
I think they're saying this is the first. So like all in books that were kind of not in the main whatever all in, like these are the last cancellations. I think Kelly Thompson was saying that they were trying to pivot the Birds of Prey, but she's also got maybe health issues or something. So she was like, I think she's still continuing the Absolute Wonder Woman book, and they're just going to go ahead and in the Birds of Prey one, which I love this Birds of Prey run. So I'm really bummed that it's going away.
It's been amazing stuff. So, all right. Do we have anything else, Jeff? Anything else on the docket?
I was just going to see what's coming out next week.
Oh yeah, sure.
That's how I got that, because there's a new Birds of Prey. Absolute Evil #1 comes out.
So
a DC thing. There's also
I'll tell you this. I have read Absolute Evil. It's pretty freaking good. And I don't know why. I'm kind of a dummy. I should have known that it was in the Absolute universe. For some reason, I thought it was in the regular DC universe. It's not. It's in the Absolute universe. So it's kind of cool to have another book in the Absolute universe that follows a different thing. Let me see one thing. It is a one shot, but it's really good.
Have you looked at the Justice League Omega Act?
I did also read that. Oh, maybe that's the one. Oh, I almost spoiled some shit because I thought it was the Justice League 11. It's not. It's this book. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, all roads lead to KO.
Nice. Spider-Man Noir #1 comes out next week.
Yeah, I read Batman #2. Sorry, which one did you say?
Spider-Man Noir #1, a new Spider-Man.
Yeah. I'm excited to read that. I have read Starship Godzilla, but I highly recommend that. And what else? Batman #2. There's a book called The Roots of Madness from the new imprint Ignition Press, which they've been. I don't know if your shop has these little ash cans. I've been collecting them. So this one comes out next week, and then I think this one comes out a couple weeks after that. They're all pretty good. They're fun.
Who are those by? Like what publisher?
Ignition Press. It's a new publisher. So these are all the books they have right now. And I grabbed this from Titan because I thought it was funny. The Chip Zdarsky zine that he puts out with his friend. And you can see a little chip here in the back, a Robin outfit, because obviously his run ended. His run ended so that Matt Fraction could come in. So,
have you read DC's Satanic Panic #1?
I did not get through all the stories, but it's a really fun anthology. It's the anthology for Halloween, yeah. So, and then I did read Batman #2. If you
Cheetah and Cheshire on the Justice League 3, that's a good one.
That one I'm waiting on to read the whole thing, but I do know it's coming out. I will say, if you for Batman #2, I guess content warning, if you can't drive a stick shift, that might. No.
I did enjoy that part of the Deadpool Batman where he's like, oh, it's because he mentions it being a stick shift there too, and he's like, I can't drive a stick. And then at the end, it comes back around. He's like, did you dent the Batmobile?
Yeah, I like that. Batman tells him like, yeah, it's got 13 gears. He's like, what? What do you need so many gears? He's like, well, 9 are for driving, and then the other 4 are for like interdimensional travel and like other miscellaneous stuff. So yeah. Dude, Matt Fraction is so funny. I didn't realize how much, like, it still feels like a Batman book, but I think you might have talked about this.
He just feels more human, I think.
Yeah. So
yeah,
pretty cool. Batman #2, full review coming next week. So, all right, nice. Excellent stuff. And like I said, probably next Saturday, no show because we'll be at a convention, which I still haven't looked at the lineup. Luckily. Press access, so we should be all right.
Yeah, we'll be getting.
But yeah, and then on Sunday we'll probably do like this show plus any highlights from New York Comic Con. So stay tuned for that. So, because I don't know that unless the show's really good. I don't know if I'm planning on being there both days. So, okay, cool. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. As I mentioned, on Friday I dropped. Oh, did you watch Marvel Zombies? Oh, you don't have Disney Plus.
No
so
more
you
Disney
didn't
Plus.
watch Marvel Zombies. Well, I made a video about how Marvel messed up with Marvel Zombies. But I'll leave it vague. Get the clickbait. So we have that on the channel. We have our Alien Earth, what you should be watching this week. And then, as I mentioned, I'm working on an X-Men video. And why I'm not reading the X-Men anymore? Question mark?
Yeah.
I don't know.
until they reboot. I feel like that's a rite of passage as a comic book fan, is like your first dump out of the X-Men where you're just like, I've had it. Or it doesn't even have to be the X-Men. It's like whatever long run standing, like whatever, you're just like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I need to walk away for a bit from this from my favorite.
All right. Well, we're getting the signal here.
Wrap it up.
Maybe I should just watch Superman. That is also about journalism.
That's right.
I'll put it on my list. So, all right, cool. Stay tuned for all this stuff for the week, and thanks for watching, everyone. Later.
The most important thing in life will always be
Hey, Bebo.
Twitter loves you.
Simon Center, get the fuck out.
All right, bye.
Get out of here, you weirdo.
I don't know why.